It was a hard life. It got to a point I said, no, never again. If I must be an effective producer, now I have understanding of the basics, I'm going to learn this skill by myself. I shut down the program. I told my sponsors, I'm going to put a pause until I'm back, having understood and having the know-how of this whole thing. That was the beginning of my skill acquisition in video editing. Look out for people who, despite your shortcomings, they're always there to think and generate ideas, helping you fulfill whatever you're doing. Very important. Get a skill today and be the best of your spec. Did you know that as a skilled person, whether it's in IT, production, media, or something, you are skilled in an area? Do you know you can actually stand with someone who has gone through university and is such? In fact, in job hunt, you will be selected first. You know why? You have experienced this thing. It's no longer in word, but in act. Welcome back, and thank you for trusting your time with us. Okay, so talking about skill today, how I read into how my media life started. The first editor I engaged, we worked nicely, but the thing wasn't coming out. I'm gonna mention this guy name. I'll put him on the description. Please check out there. He's there. So we started OJ. OJ is doing well right now. So I started with OJ, but man, this is a young producer who has little or no so to speak experience, and I'm trying to build my life, and I had people sponsoring me. I had Grandberg Waters, I had MTN promos in their adverts, and oh Lord, it was going to give me heart attack. The project wouldn't come out early. Oh, the experience. So if you're going through this kind of back and forth editing and post-production challenges, I got you. I'm going to tell you what to do to get through and get over it. If it happened to me and I got over it, I became a master of what I'm doing now, you can be. Just listen and learn from my story. So this was the hassles I went through. Then I changed another editor. It was a staff then in MITV. Hey Jay, thumbs up. He came, he helped. His own was faster than the formal, the initial one I was using. So we really got along, and he will record me, correct me in my speech and all of those. Sometimes, it wasn't funny, but he was better. The production was now coming out. Sometimes he could take initiative. You see, there are helpers of destiny. So look out for people who, despite your shortcomings, they're always there to think and generate ideas, helping you fulfill whatever you're doing or to achieve what you're doing. Okay, look out for them and appreciate them. So thumbs up, Jay. I appreciate you. 2006, wow, TV show production. Oh, it's not your portion. It happened that way. It was coming out faster, better in a way. Then from there, I had a brand manager then. He was working with another station in MITV, and I see him. His name is on the description. So he started also, he branded the montage and lower third, all of those stuff. Nice one, and I paid. I paid. So we were all doing this in the Jimoh. All of them played a fantastic role. So this post-production, this production I was doing lasted for 3 years, I guess. Yeah, 3 years or more. That means 2006 to 2009. But we were evolving from one level to another every other season. But it got to a point I told myself, it was actually Johnson and another friend of mine, Johnson, yeah. He told me, you can actually learn, I will teach you this. So, but we never had time to learn because he was busy also. Then I couldn't learn free, So I told myself I was going to look out for where even if it's roadside, I need to learn. And I shut down the program. I said, enough is enough with all the delays. The hassle was so much. I could barely breathe each day we are producing. I could barely go home to take care of myself. I'm in the studio watching, and this whole sluggish rendering terms, I never knew it had to do with their systems, with the gig, with the RAM. I never knew it was the space at which their machines or their desktop they were using, So all of this were part of the struggle. It was a hard life. It got to a point I said, no, never again. If I must be an effective producer, now I have understanding of the basics, I'm gonna learn this skill by myself. I shut down the program. I told my sponsors, I'm gonna put a pause until I'm back, having understood and having the know-how of this whole thing. So you see, these are transcending journey from one level to another, from one level to another. And you see, remember what I said about NTA. I had to go to the presentation school for me to be posted to do IT before I could access NTA. And NTA has been a childhood thought, a childhood desire to be there. See, all of this experience and journey, were the chain process of what had made me become who I am today in media life that I dreamt about as a child. I eventually became one. So I want to pause a bit because this is where I'll be dropping this particular episode. It's really a long one because you need to know how I started my video editing. So I just gave you basic story about how I ventured into media, okay? From nothing to a producer. Now I was paying to be, for services in terms of my post-production services. But now the story of how I became the service giver by myself for my program, and I've given services to different other organizations, which some were good, some were not too good. I will tell you all of those stories. But you see, young people who are watching or whoever is watching and you're dreaming to become a media personnel, I want to tell you it's a very vast profession and really rewarding, okay? Especially in our days right now that we're using AI tools and a lot of things that makes the job easier. There are better cameras. I don't want to mention the softwares we were using then, but it's a long journey that is now, all techie, everything is digitalized. So you need to come up to speed, okay, to starting this journey. Start this journey. If it is video editing, you got to get it. You remember growing up, our parents would be telling us, people who don't have money, maybe a family who is not really well-to-do financially, they will send their kids or their children to go and learn a skill. Learning a skill in our time, in our days, in this generation is one step that you must take. That's something I must tell you is the truth. Did you know that as a skilled person, whether he's in IT, production, media, or something, you are skilled in an area? Do you know you can actually stand with someone who has gone through university and is such? In fact, in job hunt, you will be selected first. You know why? You have experienced this thing. It's no longer in words, but in acts. Your hands can put those thoughts, those things you've been taught together. You can put the 1 + 1 and it really gives you to, not by written words, but in real time out of it. So, but we didn't know, we thought you can only learn a skill when your parents don't have money to send you to school. Then you can go and waste time by going to do what they call omoche, like taking you to go and learn a trade from someone, after which you graduate, or they will do you a send forth, like you go and start your own and things like that. The likes of fashion designing, mechanic, trading was the rave of them all growing up. But the truth is, if only our parents, maybe they didn't know much more. If they knew more, they would have encouraged their kids to learn a skill even as they graduate. This is really eating up the minds of the youth, especially in Nigeria. So the high time people get skilled up in something. Get skilled up if it is fashion designing while you are in university. The truth is that you can actually get skilled up while you are in university as a fashion designer, as a trader. What about entrepreneur? That's what it is, but we never knew it was the name. For learning trade, how to buy and sell and all of those. We do these things consciously and unconsciously, but you can actually learn a trade, get master into it, and be doing it at par even while you're in university and pay for yourself. So it's not like I'm going into the university, have knowledge. Come on. Young people out there, listen, understand these things. If you're getting delays in your jam, in your GCE process, you can actually get a skill. It doesn't make less of you. So why are you listening to your friends whose parents had money to send them to university even at 16 years? You don't have it, so you can't do what they're doing. Learn a skill. It's going to pay off for you in the nearest future. I'm telling you, that skill you're learning in waiting can actually feed you, can actually become what you're going to use to train yourself in the university. I never knew about all of this, but I mean, thankfully I went to university and I also got trained in presentation, in the skill, video editing, post-production skill that I did even while in school. And today is all a different story. So I'm going to be sharing with you more on this, how you can actually navigate all of these things and how to monetize them while in school, while you're in university, how you can monetize your skill, and it will be profitable for you to even train yourself and other people. Just what you need to do for me is to click on the button. If you haven't subscribed, just subscribe to my channel, okay, and help us to grow, help tell other people to tell other people and to tell other people. Get yourself a skill in marketing, in HR, in administration, in cybersecurity, in IT, in machine learning. What are you saying? They're endless. In business management, even in digital marketing, you get all of these skills right at the tip of your hand. The world has changed, so change along. All right, so these and more we'll be talking right here, but make sure you keep your head up. You keep your head up and don't lose the focus, no matter the challenge. Never you lose the focus. Thank you for watching. Until next time, the story remains my inspiring career stories. See you next time.